What's up, y'all? This is 10X Generation, and this is my road to $1 billion. So, as you can tell, I'm in a brand new environment. This is my brand new apartment. I ended up getting it. Um, my previous place that I was staying at had a lot of issues that I did not really like, but it allowed me a certain amount of financial cushion. So, and that is a certain level of peace, being able to um, eat out every day and get the premium meals and buy stuff that you don't really need, and not really have to worry about if you can make rent or payments or whatever. Um, that was a stage that I've never had before, right? When I moved out, maybe 3 years, oh wow, almost 5 years ago to college, I was living off of scholarships, right? So I had to budget. I had to figure out what I could and couldn't buy. I had my own place, but I wasn't actually paying for it. Um, and then after that, I ended up getting a job at Taco Bell in this very lavish kind of apartment. And still, that wasn't even fully funded by me. I had sold a car that I had, and that was paying for the apartment, and I still had to have that job. I've never had the freedom to get whatever I want, buy whatever I want, and have a place all to myself. And my previous place that I just moved from, I did have that financial freedom. I had a steady job that I enjoyed and I went to every single day that could pay for everything and then some. So I could have that breadth of that feeling of abundance, right? Where I could just go out and I could get a steak right now, boom, get it. Not even have to check the bank account, it's fine. But my environment wasn't suited to, wasn't what I wanted, right? Because I had a bunch of roommates and the rent was very cheap and that comes with other things. So, yeah, but I'm glad I had that experience because I'm glad I had that experience and it was necessary. But the time is coming now where I need my own place where I am 100% control of my own environment. Well, I'll say one of the things in the previous place, they had a kitchen. I was renting a room. They had a kitchen, but I never used that kitchen just because it wasn't up to my standards of cleanliness. And there's like a psychosomatic kind of effect where if I see something and it looks nasty, or I'm around something that looks gross and I'm eating, it will start to affect the taste of the food I'm eating. So make that gross, and I'm not dealing with that. So I didn't eat that. I ate out constantly, which also was a money drain. But again, I had that breadth. Uh, but here I have my own kitchen. I have my own space. The only beings in this apartment is me, and my little cat. So I'm in control here. But the trade-off is that now, what are you doing, man? The trade-off is that I have less wiggle room. I have less freedom. I have less, kind of just let's just go spend whatever we want. I can't really do that now because my financial responsibilities are a lot higher. So that's part of the reason why I kind of held off on doing it. But my dad used to tell me about this all the time. So it's pressure that makes diamonds, right? You may not know exactly what you're capable of until you get into an environment that requires you to step up. You may always think that you are capable of this right here. This is what you're capable of, but that's simply what your environment requires. And the body is efficient. It's a machine that requires energy, and it wants to be efficient. So it's going to find the minimum amount of energy and effort required to do what it needs to do inside the environment. So your environment does shape you. It could make you seem like you're lazy. It could make you seem like you're just some regular person. But if you level up into another environment that pulls more out of you, right? You may realize, wow, I'm actually super good at this. I'm capable of this thing. I'm capable of that. And that's what I feel I need right now. I think with a little bit of financial pressure, in addition to the apps that I'm working on and that stuff over here, I think it will pull more out of me. Now, yeah, that's what I feel. Because right now it's tight. It's very tight. We have margins for how much I'm spending and how much I am, how much the bills are and how much is required to exist and how much I'm making. It's very, very tight. But I did that on purpose because that will create discomfort and it will require me to step up. And I know I have the capabilities. So hopefully that energy gets directed into the app, my apps, because unlike work where, getting promotions and raises isn't actually really directly tied to how well you do, is connected to all this other stuff, politics, all these other things that are outside of your direct control. An app, something like an app, is almost pure, right? There is luck, there is trends, there is virality, things like that, but it's almost purely the amount of effort, the amount of research, the amount of foresight, the amount of planning that you put into it, the more money you get out. So I just want to kind of subconsciously reprioritize those things. Yeah, so that's where we're at right now. I made some major changes on Neon Controller, just going back, looking at the dips, looking at the spikes, looking at the ebbs and flows of the app and seeing what works, what doesn't. Because when I look back at Neon Controller, I didn't actually have a set strategy of what I was doing. I didn't have I wasn't really doing tests. What I was doing was kind of shotgunning things. I was just doing stuff. Change here, change here, change here, change here, change here, change here, which isn't good for results, but it is good for data and analytics. I can look back for the past 5 years and see all types of changes, spikes. What caused this spike? What caused this dip? What caused all these other things? And I can compile all that into a single version that gets the best of all of the changes. And that's what I was doing this morning. And I will say this, recently I found out that I did the code signing certificate incorrectly. So when you create, so if you don't know what Neon Controller is, Neon Controller allows you to play PC games on your phone. It streams your PC and puts it onto your phone so that you can play it wherever you want to go using a VPN like Tailscale or something like that. But it also could be used for playing your game on the couch while your computer's in the other room. It's pretty cool. It requires a PC app to make the actual connection. Get out of there. Get out of there. It requires a PC app to make the connection, and in order to not make the Windows alert saying, hey, this may be a virus, you have to do a thing called code signing. I don't know if I said this in the video, but I did this incorrectly. So that was not working for the entire lifetime of Neon Controller. Well, I finally did it and now it works, and now that alert doesn't pop up. So that's really good for conversions. Plus a bunch of other stuff that I changed. So we'll see what the results are. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping for either a 3x or a 5x increase. And it is a hope, but it also is backed by data, because I have periods of time where for a consistent 5 months or something like that, I'll be making 3x more than I'm making now. I've never made 5x what I'm making now, but maybe 3x, right? So that's the goal. Yeah, and also in addition to Neon Controller, I'm also, hey, get out of there. See, this plant isn't always here. It's usually over in the corner, but I want it to look nice for the video, because him being able to get on the couch and then climb on top of the plant, it doesn't work. Anyway, also the other app that I'm making with my partner, TapDeck. I haven't been working on that at all because there has been so many changes in my life right now. I'm dating, I'm seeing people. I have this new apartment that I wanted to furnish and got to set up just to get my base good. It's hard to build when your base isn't even set up. But that is going well. I think the last time I was talking, it was his turn to go ahead and register the business. All that has been done. I believe I need to get the Apple developer's license, and I need to finish up the app. And that disagreement we had where it was like, no, we need to get the app. The two sides were me, I was saying, no, we need to get the app out now and get user feedback, and then we iterate, and then we do a big explosive promotional campaign, versus we get the app perfect, then we do the app campaign. He kind of, after some time, he kind of moved over to what I was saying. We're gonna get the app out as soon as possible, get people testing it, get people using it, and iterate, and then approach a perfect product. So we're gonna be doing that. I haven't been working on it at all, but I only have one more room to kind of unpack and sort out and clean out. And then that'll be everything, and my place will be good. But yeah, that's where I'm at. But really, just in conclusion, I just to reiterate, your environment does shape you. And if you're a highly capable person, you need an environment that pulls you out, right? It takes a kind of special, kind of try hard, kind of irrational person to be trying when their environment doesn't require it. It's inefficient. It's not a good strategy. It's seen as weird. It's not socially cohesive, right? So and it's not healthy really to just be obsessing about something that's not required, right? And that's taking energy from you. It's really not. So in order to be kind of in alignment with what is efficient and what your body naturally wants to do, you want to change your environment. You need to change environments that pulls that out of you, that tells your body, hey, we require this amount of effort. We require this amount of intelligence and creativity and planning and ingenuity that is required to exist in this environment. And if you have the capability, you'll rise to the occasion, or you'll have to give up. But I think most people can rise to the occasion. But anyway, that's really it. Thank you all so much for watching. This is 10X Generation, and I'll see you guys next time.